So you know my one of my favorite songs is Journey, Don't Stop Believing, right?
You've got some good
And
ones.
so I used to the only radio station in the cell was this Detroit radio station. I used to play like all white music, right?
Hey, Reese was listening to Eye of the Tiger.
Listen to me. So Eye of the Tiger, Journey, they would have Coldplay, they have soft rock. So you go through 4 years of just listening to this shit, you be like, yo.
You listen to a lot of
Reese got
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins.
A lot of Phil Collins.
So I don't know, whatever the radio station was, it'd be like Detroit this, right?
Soft jams.
So all your 80s rock, all that. So I got Aerosmith. Jeremy, you know what I'm talking about. Ain't nothing you can listen to.
I'm with you. I was listening to Radio Disney when I was doing the song.
Yo, Radio Disney is nuts.
Hey.
Welcome to Start With The Facts. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Start With The Facts. I'm your host, Maurice Claret, and you're joined with the crew. Well, not all of us, but some of us. But y'all know today we have the normal crew and two people who are part of the crew, but more or less mainstays. We got a new switchboard, so y'all know Brother Will.
Yeah.
Hey. So we got a new switchboard to include our brother Will inside the show. So that's one thing. And he had two fuck-ups today. so we are counting.
I did not have
so
two today.
he dropped the monitor. So I'm going to count it for the people.
I dropped the monitor.
But he ain't dropped the monitor. The monitor that he set up.
Wait, that's his fault. Totally.
Sorry, Will. That was on you.
That's nuts.
So the monitor the monitor that I use to see the audience and to see the guests, not the guests, but Jay, Will dropped it. So that's on Will. That's one. And two, before the show, I said, Will, go to the store and get a switcher. So it's this eight camera switcher for all the things. And we have one of the cameras, the HDMI cord is messed up.
And wait. Why is the cord messed up?
The cord is messed up because Will messed it up. And he could have went to the store, got the switcher, and as he got the switcher, he could have picked up the other things. So that's two fuck-ups, right?
Because I didn't think to get the other one.
Yeah, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But now he our dog. But with the normal cast, we have my man Germ. He's in the house as usual. My man Brian, he's in the house. And I don't even know what you call this. I don't know what you call this joker. I'm going to quit saying nigga so much because I get complaints about me saying nigga too much, right? Even though I'm saying nigga right now. And I got a shirt that has nigga on it, right? So we have Jay, who refuses to advertise the show. No, man, listen to me. I'm coming out fighting. I'm coming out swinging, right? So we have Jay, who goes on national platforms. He's in the group chat and he's with us, but refuses to advertise the show, talk about us. And we just want to tell you with love, my brother. With
allegations.
love.
False allegations. That's not true. I post about it is what it is. I post about Start With The Facts. I post about Maurice Claret. I post about Brian Ankrot. I always post about
Let me ask you this. You've been to Ohio 7 times since the season started, right? So Jay used to be a resident of Ohio. He goes down to Austin, Texas. You came back to Ohio 7 times. How many times, tell the viewers, how many times have you stopped by and hung out with your brothers in the studio?
Hold on, you want to take it there?
Yeah.
Let's take it there.
Let's go.
Hold on, cause he's leaving out so much. This is called a live omission, right? And for those of y'all who are in the legal realm, I have been to Ohio a good handful of times to cover the Buckeyes. One of the first times I came back, and I'm gonna preface what I'm about to say with, I sold Mr. Claret this building he's in right now. And so I try to go into the
motherfucker.
And so I try to go into the building. I wanted to go upstairs, check on my dude. He done changed the code on me. I can't even get upstairs.
Hold on. Let's put a pause right there. Let's time out, right? Yeah. First of all, you sold the building that you didn't find. I found the building for you and found a way to have you sell me the building. So let's not act like you found the building. So people,
I
right?
was on the net for
time out.
months trying to find
Let
that
me get all the facts out right. Let me get all the facts out right. So typically when you have a real estate agent, they go out and find everything for you. They come back to you and say, hey, man, these are options. Real estate doesn't normally work like the buyer finds the property, then they find the real estate agent because we dudes. That would let you know how much I love you, Jay, but you don't love me so much. You don't love the crew so much that you would come to Ohio and act like you even need an invite. That's what we're going to start with. You would act like you actually need an invite. And so with that, that's why I gave you the middle finger.
That's nasty work, Jay.
Come on, man.
Nasty.
Hey, you know what? I love all y'all there. Reese, you, my brother, love you the most. And you know what? I'm going to come check on y'all this weekend, man. I'm slipping. I can't.
There we go.
There we go, Jay. Yeah.
Hey, I do have to make an announcement, though, right? So since you didn't want to advertise the show, I found another way to advertise the show. You know what that is?
What's that?
I'm running for office.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
What office?
So check
Yeah,
me
what
out.
office?
Look, I
Office
don't
down
know.
the street, the corner office?
No, I don't know which office.
Like an office you got to get appointed into or voted into?
So check this out. I was just thinking about this when I was on the treadmill. I said, man, if I run for some office, that'll bring us attention. And so I just need to find some office to work for. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm taking a page out of Trump's book. So they say he ran for office just to get popular. Right, so I'm thinking like, man, ain't no better way to advertise the podcast and run for office.
You're not
I don't
wrong.
know what it is, but it look.
Hey, that low-key makes sense, though, for real.
You see what I'm saying?
Just if you had to throw something out there, like what would it be? What would you run for?
But man, listen to me,
but
Governor.
That's a great question. That's a great question.
I need to be the governor. I need to see how many signatures I need to get. I need to run as an independent, and I just need one debate show. That's it. So I can actually argue some points, right? I can actually argue good stuff, right? And so, but they'd be like, oh man, where do we find more information? I say, come to start with the facts. That's it.
That will
You're going to
definitely
be the
work.
first governor.
This is gonna work.
Look, so this is what I'm saying. If y'all see me running for office, it's halfway real, but is it a straight marketing ploy? I need a way to get this start with the facts thing going. So,
Well, before we kick off the sports discussions for today, Jay, just so the viewers know and so that we know here in the room, are you like corporate ABC 6 Jay today,
Oh, here we
or
go.
are you glow stick
Oh, here
Jay?
we
Just
go.
so we can frame some of these questions out properly.
I shared that picture with y'all in confidence. On a national
this is confidence.
And you see the definition in the deltoids. Though. I was on my
hey.
Alex program.
Oh, that was wild.
Hey, listen to me. We want to respect your situation right now because we love you, lady. But can you give me like so? What would lead into a man getting there would have a glow stick around his neck? Cigars.
So you know.
So hold on. So
This
time out
time
to the viewers. This is the dude I hang out with, right? So to the viewers, when I say who my friend is, pull my friend back up. This is my friend, right? This is the friend that I like talking to, hanging out with. We laugh, we joke, and then you get on here, and then it turns to, this other guy. So
Hey, I'm a changed man. Look at me. That was a different time in my life. I don't think people understand. In the mid 2000s, we kicked it a little different. And,
we can
I was in a
see.
hot tub at that time. And it wasn't for athlete reasons. I was in the hot tub. I wasn't there warming up my hamstrings.
You was in the hot
you was
tub.
in the
right
hot
here.
tub.
Okay, so I was asking. I said, what would make so I've partied a lot. I've drunk a lot. And I said, to get to the point where my shirt is coming off, like it's a wild party. But if you're in a hot tub, I get it. Okay.
Hey, Reese,
A hot tub with a cigar.
I had a few situations happening that I cropped in that photo because I ain't, you know what I mean?
Hey, listen, we
So,
gonna respect. We gonna respect it all. But we get what you say.
It was good times.
Hey,
So Jay, to answer the question, which one we got today?
I ain't got no glow sticks on today, but you still getting Jay.
Okay, that's
Okay.
what we love. We love Jay. We love Jay.
the hybrid version. All right.
All right, so we don't talk a lot of baseball on the show, but we do like to talk about sports gambling. So first topic, guys, 2 Cleveland Guardians pitchers have been charged with fraud, conspiracy, and bribery stemming from an alleged pitching scheme where they were rigging individual pitches. So one of the reports is bottom of the 3rd inning, the guy was going to his buddies saying, hey, bet on a ball. So he was going to throw a ball intentionally at the bottom of the 3rd inning. So, this is on the backs of the Chauncey Billups thing and maybe government getting involved with sports betting. What are your guys' thoughts on the charges? I saw a maximum sentence, Jeremy, of 65 years at one point on one of these guys. What are your thoughts on this?
I don't know. I had a couple of thoughts. One of them, I was just like, what kind of, what kind of low IQ move was this? Just to allow for somebody to, if it's true, to allow somebody to convince you as a major league baseball player that's making millions of dollars to do these type of things, right? And then I kind of thought again, and I was like, hey, what if these brothers are from the Dominican Republic, and I'm thinking like, are they really knowledgeable about the laws in America? I think about that a lot because I think about how many people have been caught up in cases where they just didn't know the legalities of it or to the point of or the degree of what they can be prosecuted at. And because the risk and the reward doesn't add up to me. It's like you're making millions and millions of dollars and then you're willing to throw a slider versus a cutter just so that somebody else can get a couple of $1,000, and then turns around that you end up facing 65 years in prison, which makes me think like maybe there's something there that they just don't understand the level of punishment that comes with what they were doing.
No, I think it comes this way. I think that these guys get money, they start living lives. I think they're taxed on their money, and I think that when you hear either athletes going broke or athletes having financial hardships, it's usually them giving money to their friends. And I think people are looking at either throwing a slider or giving information on a game as another way to give their friends money, rather than the money comes out of your pocket. That's how I view it. Like, so when they start talking about just all these dudes who, and I don't know who's guilty and who's not. I'll just leave it there. I looked at it as these people giving their friends money through betting versus them giving money out of their pockets, because they're framing it in a way to say, what is $20,000 to the guy who makes $20 million? It ain't shit to him, but if I gave $20,000 to Brian and he's my friend and he's just my homeboy around the way, and as insignificant as when you think about just the amount of pitches that you throw throughout a game and that you chose this one moment that you just choose to throw a pitch, you don't think you're going to get caught. That's my thoughts on it. I'll let Jay and Brian weigh in. Oh, go ahead.
No.
I just wanted to respond. Can I?
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, John.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Reese. I think, but did they understand to what degree?
No, I don't.
Like, because I think about, like, okay, back in the day, we people in the streets, right? You could understand what you're doing in the streets is wrong, but you never knew you was gonna catch a Fed case in facing life.
No.
You know what I mean? You don't understand all that. It's not like we sit in and we go through, we exchange history classes in school for law classes. You know what I mean? We don't know all these laws that, hey, look, if I do this, it's gonna result in a life sentence or 60 years or things of that nature.
But I think it's both things. I think they don't. One, they're ignorant to that. But then two, I just really believe, like, if I'm walking up to the mound and I have I'm about to throw. How many pitches do people throw in a game?
Now they're coming out in the 5th inning, so I don't know.
I don't know whatever. Well, is it probably
less than 100?
Less than 100. I just would never think I'm going to get caught. You know what I'm saying? I think like.
Even if you get caught, do you think you're going to get 65 years?
When he said 65 years, I was like, what the fuck?
It's like
nah.
Do you think Brittany Griner thought she was going to be in deep trouble in Russia?
Get caught with weed in
It's
Russia.
like they're coming from Dominican Republic. They don't know all the laws in America. You know, even people in America don't know all the. Do you know all the traffic laws?
No.
No.
Yes,
So
I get
you,
what you're saying.
yeah, and so you know, do you think Diddy sitting in jail like he thought he was facing decades in prison?
Yeah.
Just for letting somebody hit his girl? Like, no. So it's like I think sometimes it's just it's an unfortunate thing. Yeah, wrong is wrong, and I get it, but I don't think to this magnitude do people really understand what they're getting themselves into. That's my point.
So, Germ, I agree. Well, first of all, I don't think Diddy had any idea that he was going to be flying, that flying dudes, you know,
Right.
in, you know, to pipe his old lady was going to get him
Right.
almost 5 years locked up. That's a crazy plot.
No
twist.
doubt about it.
Two, I'm with Maurice here because the first thing I thought of was like my playing career, and I thought about like, you know, if somebody would have said, "Hey Jay, man," before I even say this, these are allegations. We all know that, but
Yeah.
what I would say is, man, you get asked, and Maurice, you know this. Everybody knows this. You get asked, friends and family, so much little things, light bill, you know, car note. Hey, man, I need some help with this, making ends meet. Cool. If somebody would have said to me, you know, "Hey Jay, if you jump off sides, you know, in this inconsequential moment in a game, you can get $50K, you know, for your auntie who's placing a bet," it would have been difficult to, you know, to turn down, or at least it have made you think like, dang, I can actually get somebody paid real quick off of doing something that really is not a big deal to me, but it's just something that could happen. And I think with all these betting sites, this just opens this up for things like this. But the first thing I thought was the same thing you did, Reese, when they said, man, these two dudes who are making great money in the MLB are over here, you know, throwing balls at a certain time in a certain inning. I was like, oh yeah, they're trying to hook up their friends.
Yeah,
They probably hit their friends up like, hey man, I got you, bro. Go ahead, make you some money so we can get, you know, so we can do our thing. I completely understand that, but at the same time, you got to Jerm's point, you got these 65 years is crazy. There are rapists who didn't get 65 years. Like there are dudes, you know, the kid from Stanford that raped the girl got probation. And you got a max sentence on this dude for throwing a pitch for 65 years. Of course they didn't know that. There's a kid in Indonesia that was playing basketball overseas that was flying gummies into him that they're trying to give him the death penalty right now. Like,
oh man, that's crazy.
People do not understand the consequences of other countries.
But you know what they say?
Sports gambling, it's $100 billion industry, right?
Yeah.
So the federal government, state governments, local governments, everybody benefits from that because it's legal now, right?
Yep.
Online gambling and sports gambling, that's all taxable income. So there are a lot of people benefiting from the public feeling like it's a legitimate way to make money, right?
Yes.
If people start to feel like it's rigged, there are school systems, there are universities, right? Anybody who's receiving tax benefits, research institutions, the NIH, anybody getting grants or money from the government probably benefits from the legalization of gambling, right? So you got to protect the integrity of it. So that's why, you know, obviously it's a big reason why they're going overboard here with some of the charges. I'll tell you the first thing I thought, I was like, man, these are NFL guys that are making Major League Baseball players. One of the guys is on a $20 million contract, right? And this is pretty insignificant money to somebody like him. Okay, prop bets at the beginning of the year for college football, they were actually banned or restricted in quite a few states, most states. But there's still a lot of states that you can do these prop bets. Prop bets are, if you're not betting who's going to win or lose, right, plus or minus a margin. Prop bets are a player is going to do this in this game. So picture the states that still have college athletes that you can bet on individual plays.
Yes,
These kids, most of them aren't making any money, and you can go place a prop bet for 10 grand. And you think Julian Sayan's going to throw, he's a bad example because he's making a lot of money, but just say he's a recognizable name, Ohio State quarterback. Think of the DMs, text messages that he would get and the threats that he would get if he didn't hit on some of these prop bets where people were putting entire paychecks on his performance. These prop bets, that's why I think they're dangerous.
Yeah.
I agree.
Just think about this. We're catching pros now, right? Or I don't want to say we're catching them just because it's allegations, but I can imagine at some level that some college kids are doing this. And there's also an element of like, I don't give a fuck, catch me. You know what I'm saying? So you're dealing with like people who say, what's the old saying? Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Yes,
You know,
sir.
you'll have some people who say, hell, you know, Yeah.
That's one of my favorite phrases. What you mean?
Is juice worth the squeeze
Yeah,
is crazy.
Yeah. You know, they're trying to figure it out. Like, yo,
That's
like,
a tug and pull.
yeah.
If the squeeze is 65 years, it ain't worth the squeeze.
It's not worth
But
it.
I'm
Ain't
talking
no
about
juice
so
worth
many,
65 years.
No, but I'm talking about so many
No.
kids just may not be aware.
Yeah.
But to Jerm's point, where you're just ignorant, but then the judge is going to say ignorance is no excuse in the law, and they're. But to your point, they're going to hit you with a hard stick. Pause.
Bro,
Man,
Reese,
on
you
2
bugging
hours of
this morning.
sleep, man.
Listen,
You bugging this morning.
hey, all right, glow stick, Jay.
You over here talking about hitting brothers with hard sticks.
All right, so guys, Monday Night Football.
Nasty work.
Green Bay Packers, Philadelphia Eagles, 0-0 at the half. Game ends in a 10-7 score where the Eagles beat the Packers. I made it till halftime. That game was a snooze fest for me. I called that a shitty game. I didn't think it was great defense, so I exited early. But I know, Jeremy, you're the NFL guy. I know you stayed up and watched it. What do you think?
I watched it, but you're right. It was a snooze fest. But at the same time, I think I just kind of looked at what was going on with Green Bay, and I was just like, you know, they're not producing a lot on the offensive side of the ball. And I'm wondering, you know, is this the reason why A-Rod got the heck up out of there or wanted to get up out of there? Because is Matt LaFleur, is he really like, because he's an offensive-minded coach, right?
Yep.
I think that's my understanding of it. And they're not putting up big numbers on offense. And, you know, I seen them lose against the Browns, only put up 10 points.
Yeah.
I seen them lose against the Panthers, only put up 13 points. And then now they lost against Philly and only put up 7 points. And I'm like, the Micah trade was good because the defense was nice. But the offensive side, I think Matt LaFleur is on his way to a hot seat. And I just think, like, he's not producing enough on offense to really hold that position as the head coach. That's what I got out of that game, really.
Yeah.
I was like, this dude is close to being on the hot seat for real, if not already on there, even though they're 5-3. But
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, it was a boring game.
it was. Not much else to talk about.
Excuse me, and no offense to him, but I was sitting there getting my kids ready for bed. And I was like, man, this shit is whack. Jay, I know this is what we have to do. This is a sports show, and I know you have more eloquent words to say. But we're going to start with the facts. Sometimes we got to start calling these games like shitty games.
No, I don't
Go help us
disagree
out.
at all, man.
Yeah, help us out.
Listen,
man.
here's what I'll say. I came away from that game, you know, you're talking about, man, nothing in the first half. The first touchdown didn't even happen until the fourth quarter. Yeah. And you could easily say, oh, man, it was a defensive slugfest and it was just a defensive game. Like, nah, it was some piss poor, shitty offense played out there.
Yes.
On both sides. Sidebar, that tush push the Eagles ran in the first half, man. Dudes continue to jump off sides before the ball was snapped and get like an illegal push. If I'm a defender, that's driving me crazy that they can do that. And the league still hasn't been able to officiate that play properly. But for the Eagles, you know, people are upset. They're not upset, but like Jalen Hurts isn't putting up enough yards passing, yada, yada, yada. Like, dude, the Eagles have beat some pretty good teams. Like, they beat the Rams. They beat Tampa Bay. Like, the Eagles are a legitimate team. Yeah. And then they went at the deadline for the trade and they grabbed the edge from Miami and they bolstered some of their defense and they're playing really good. But to Jerm's point, if I'm looking at Green Bay and y'all just spent serious money to bring Micah Parsons in, you know, who you have to pay, and he has to make an impact, and you going out there, man, and you losing games where you only putting up 10 points, 13 points from a kid in Jordan Love who was hailed as the next great one, and last season looked like he was, you know, the second coming of Brett Favre in his prime. Mm-hmm. It's disappointing, and a lot of that's going to be on LaFleur, and I know it's crazy to even talk about LaFleur being on a hot seat right now, as Jerm said, at 5-3, but it ain't really so crazy when you think about the money that Green Bay's putting into this season. They're kind of pushing their chips to the middle, and they're not getting the results they thought they'd get.
Hey, Jay, thank you for talking a whole bunch about nothing. I said this nigga
Brian,
good.
it's a Wednesday game.
I was saying, how are you going to start? This lets me know you're a professional, right? Because I said, how the fuck you going to talk about this, yo? Like, it ain't. You gave a whole 2-minute fucking segue Thank you for teaching me how to be a professional. Because in my brain, I was like,
Hey Reese, that's the art of filling up camera time.
there we go. Listen, all I heard was fucking Peyton Manning and Eli Manning talking, and they were interviewing Bob Iger. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying attention more to the commentary than the game because the game was that whack. You know what I'm saying?
It was terrible.
Okay, so but I just wanted to say
it was not
thank you.
entertaining at all. But if you got to talk about it, there's some things you can pull from. But yeah, it was a rough one to watch. I'll tell you that right now.
I can tell
I
you
put on some
been-
anime about halfway through for a little bit.
Hold on. Time.
Yeah, anime, bro.
You
Crunchyroll.
said you did what?
Yeah. There's this app called Crunchyroll for those out there. For all my nerds out there, y'all know what it is.
Yeah,
You
it's
put on some
an app.
anime.
It's a real thing.
Will, I know you know.
Man, what's going on,
You gotta
man?
go to Will. You gotta go to Will. Will, what in the hell is he talking about?
Crunchyroll is basically, it's like an app like Prime or HBO Max or YouTube TV, but it houses just straight anime.
Maurice.
What is anime?
Man, what
You
is
know,
that?
you know what anime is.
No, I'm
family.
sorry. No, actually, I know. Like what? Like
Cartoons.
so. It's cartoons.
Why you made him say it? Cartoons. It's cartoons.
Adult cartoons.
Adult cartoons.
That's
Man, there could be a whole show, and I have a feeling Maurice, Jeremy, and I would be on one side, and Alex, Jay, and Will would be on the other.
oh yeah, because I
Big
don't know
fact.
nothing about
It'd be
that.
this anime and video game conversation. Will,
Yep.
am I right?
Yeah, man. Anime is fire. I don't watch a bunch of anime, but I can respect it. It's good. Man.
I'll be asleep.
Okay. So, I mean, do you do streaming too?
No, I don't stream. I don't
Okay.
stream.
So Jay and Alex, they got into a war about Call of Duty. Was it Call of Duty or was
They
it?
were Call of Duty, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. This is for guys that don't have kids. We can do stuff like this.
Hey, you see this jokester.
He was waiting, couldn't wait.
Hey, that was his cosign to you.
Yep. I already know what it was.
And Jay,
Couldn't wait,
Horns one
man.
time,
when
Will.
Maurice was talking about your analysis of the Green Bay game, buried somewhere in there was a compliment. I heard it, and I think it was a compliment. So great job.
So first of all, yeah,
You got to dig
thought-
deep for it, Brian. But
No.
it's in there.
Yeah, pause that. Yeah. Hey, yeah, you gotta dig deep. What the fuck you talking about? No, yeah, so I was actually complimenting you, but you got your brain so fixed around somebody, bringing disparaging comments to you that you didn't give me that credit. So I was actually complimenting you
Yeah.
on.
I got to be on the defense with you.
Okay, man.
All right, so college football inching towards the end of the season. Bill Belichick inching towards eagerly ending his first season as the head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels. Yesterday, reports come out. Giants may be interested in Bill Belichick. If you're an NFL GM, Maurice, of the Browns, you guys take Bill Belichick back into the NFL, or is he done for good?
Whew, that's a good question.
It's a great question.
The reason I would say yes is two things. I would bring him in as a temporary head coach to add some stability that somebody else can build upon. I wouldn't expect for him to come out here and do what he's done to the Patriots for all those years. But if you're looking at the head coaching pool of everybody who's available, whoever you're putting your money on, you're kind of guessing and assuming what they'll do. If I had a young team and guys I wanted to whip in shape and just guys that I wanted to set a real foundation, I would say, hey, Bill, come to New York, tuck your wife away. You're still into the sport. You're still into the game. And bring back that New England structure that somebody else can build upon. That's what I would do. So I would say yes, that I would bring him back and put him in the fold. Everybody else, you're just guessing. You know what I mean? And when you need to turn things around, you need somebody who has like legitimate success before that they can put in place to improve your program.
I got to say, I agree, but there's one caveat.
What's up?
Like Bill Belichick is Bill Belichick. I don't care what anybody says. The Super Bowls, the defenses that dude's built, the things, his reputation in the NFL as a defensive play caller, as a strategist, and as a roster builder, you really can't argue with the results he's had. However, one caveat, and I'm pulling him in the office if I'm the owner, GM, trying to bring Belichick in, I got to say quietly to him, pull him aside, hey, Bill, are you bringing that young girl with you or not?
Yeah, but I don't think you get that off.
No, I can't let you get that off, bro. I can't have her in the building.
No,
because
but
you have not been the same guy since you started messing with this girl. And deep down, I think there's more to this story with him and this chick.
No, but Jay, let me say this. But you in college, you can get that off because there's a reverence for him. he's bigger than most colleges he goes to. So if he walked through the room and walked through the door with her, they like, oh, Bill Belichick's here and we have to accept this girl. When you going to billionaires, bro, man, they ain't going for that shit. You know, you're not going into no NFL locker room where your girl is kind of hanging on the sideline unless you Carly Ursay or whatever the other sister is. But I just don't think that he would even do that or even attempt to do that at that level. But he's having success now because she's not in the picture. And
ding, ding, ding.
Just ask yourself, you don't hear nothing about her. You don't see nothing about her. I'm pretty sure he was like, man, yo, you messing up my reputation. It's cool. You give my feel goods and all that, all that little after
Fun
hour.
buns.
Fun buns, yeah.
Fun buns.
Yeah, man. After hour specialists.
What does DJ says that 20-something good?
That good.
Yeah, he's got to put that on.
Hey.
Shirt.
And I know for Bill old ass, that's hitting different for him, when the lights go out. And that and that's wonderful. But when it's time to work, man, it's hard to get the respect of your locker room when you're walking around with fun buns around the team. That's not gonna work.
100%.
Fun buns is nuts.
Yeah, and that locker room gonna probably be after her too.
Jeremy,
Hey,
yes or no?
Jerm,
Browns GM, you bring him in?
Somebody looking to take
Oh
that
yeah,
down.
man, we desperate. Yes, bring Bill Belichick in. He was there back in
of
the
course.
mid '90s before they left and went.
Before he was anybody.
Yeah, and
He was
actually
there with Nick Saban.
And before we left, he was with Bill Belichick. We were in Sports Illustrated and projected to win the Super Bowl.
95,
Look it up.
96?
95.
95, okay.
Yeah, and so I'll take him back in the Browns. I mean, we look a mess, so we need somebody that can bring that structure.
Hey, Jerm, could Bill turn Cleveland around?
Yes, yeah. Have we had anybody in Cleveland of that caliber since he was there the first time? But I mean, with that type of experience, no, we haven't. So
No, because Cleveland likes to pay $3 million a year, which is the bottom of the barrel for NFL coaches. Period. We'll guarantee a quarterback 240, 250 million, and then try to get away with paying the least amount possible for the leader of the organization. It's crazy to me.
yeah.
Because they know they're going to fire him in 2-3 years anyway.
Hey, just keep doing it, right? Insanity. Keep doing it.
You get what you pay for.
So sticking with the college head coaching theme, Sunday, a couple weeks ago, Brian Kelly gets fired, right, from LSU, or so everybody says. Both LSU and Brian Kelly at that time, they fired him. He walked away. They were going to mutually work on a separation agreement. Now, days later, it's LSU stances. We actually didn't fire you without cause. A couple of days ago, we're actually firing you now with cause. So LSU is playing this contract battle where they're trying to say, we didn't actually fire you. The interim AD, who's now the AD, and the president and the whole athletic department staff who came in to let you go, that was a joke. We didn't actually fire you. Right? And so they're using that as their lever. So, Maurice.
To me, no, it's embarrassing, Jerm.
Yeah.
Like, it's embarrassing to LSU, the state of Louisiana, and everybody's involved. And, like, this is like, when they said this, I was like, yo, are they, like, do they not have a PR team? Do they not understand how childish, embarrassing, tacky, classless, and everything else this looks? And I just asked myself, like, who even decided to move forward with this? The whole world knew Brian Kelly was fired. The whole world celebrated he was fired.
Yep.
The whole world showed up with cameras and said he was fired. The whole world talked about the buyout. So I don't know which judge is going to sit there and with full confidence and look at any legal team for LSU and say, man, like, are y'all fucking serious, bro? Right. Like, we're actually going through these proceedings. And I just thought it looked embarrassing for them. But then when you talk about, like, when they first came out and they said it was bad for the governor to get caught up into LSU's hiring process.
Yeah.
This actually makes it worse.
Yes.
Like, it makes it worse. Like, it's like, yo, bro, I know that he's a state employee, but can you please stay out of this because this looks so horrible? I don't know who's on the board of trustees. And let me tell you like this. I've been to LSU to speak to their basketball team and their football teams probably 4 or 5 times. Love Baton Rouge, love the whole thing. But I'm going to start with the facts. This is like some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? This is stupid. And I know we talk about, like, so, this is what I want to say. We criticize kids for doing stupid shit. Yeah. Adults do stupid shit too.
A team of adults.
Man.
A team of adults. This wasn't one adult.
This is
a
embarrassing.
mistake at every level.
The right thing to do would be say, we got the wrong coach. We don't want him anymore. We have to pay him out. End of story. Cut your losses. Move on to somebody else. But if you're the next coach coming in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good luck.
You have to ask yourself, like, how do you even structure your contract? How do you look at the people who's in charge of you? What sort of controls can you put in place? I don't know. Y'all can answer.
Ding, ding, ding.
To me, it's embarrassing for them. And I'll say this, to me, this takes the steam or the criticism off of Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
Maurice, yes, to me, and for whatever my opinion is worth, he is the least likable coach in all of sports. Right. Men's, women's, any sport. He is not likable. You just look at him, you're like, man, I don't like that guy. And then he does all this stupid shit and with his accents and tries to placate to the audience. It's crazy. Not likable. I find myself rooting for him now. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yeah.
I actually want him to get paid in full. I want them to have to write a one-time check and him to just get out of college sports and just go sit out for a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
LSU messed up, man.
Yeah, they did.
Man, huge. And to Maurice's point, from the governor to the board, to all the officials, AD, everybody down, it makes it look like an absolute circus. And to Maurice's last point, if I'm an incoming guy, if I'm Lane Kiffin, if I'm Brian Hartline or any of these guys that people are mentioning as being candidates, I'm looking at that in LSU going, man, they don't have their shit together. I'm not dealing with that. I don't know what they got going on, but I don't want to be a part of it. And now they're trying to screw Brian Kelly out of some portion of that buyout. You can tell they're trying to finagle it and figure out a way, but it just looks ridiculous. It looks Bush League, and it looks like they don't have everything organized the way they should to run a business, which is now what college football is. And to Brian's point, I everywhere Brian Kelly goes, when he leaves, all you hear is people who've been wanting to say bad things about him finally can say it. And then all of a sudden there's these stories that leak and there's all this crap coming out about how he was an asshole and didn't care about the kids. And, he put the one kid up on the thing at Notre Dame. And that was a nasty situation. But stuff just keeps popping up. Well, now you got this, and you're weirdly going, you know what, LSU, and y'all better find a way to pay him. But if I'm an incoming guy and I'm looking at that job, I'm going, it takes a little bit of the luster off of the LSU job, which should be a top-tier SEC job. Place to go.
Correct.
Yeah.
So,
I think it took a lot off. I think it took a lot of that off of there.
Yeah.
If I'm a top coach, I'm not going there.
Well, and because right now they have other options, right? I mean, you have
everywhere.
Florida, you have Penn State, you have premier programs with tons of
Auburn.
money. Auburn, to a lesser degree, some of the Arkansas,
But
and some of the others, but there's premier jobs that are paying premier money, and you don't need to go to LSU to make $10-12 million a year.
No,
Nope.
but people keep on forgetting. You have revenue sharing. I know we keep on talking about NIL, but you have enough money that is shared to you by your athletic department to basically build a good roster. And so I know we talk about these blue bloods, we talk about Florida, we talk about LSU, we talk about all these people. But if you get a premier coach and you're about to invest in him, all you really have to do is say, okay, we don't feel like fucking winning in basketball. We want to win in football, and I'll just allocate you more money.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know what that means, each athletic department gets to spend about $22 million or something like that, $22 million. And that $22 million has to be distributed to all athletes between all sports. But it's up to the athletic director to choose how they want to divvy that money up. You can just put your whole basketball program on a suicide mission and all of your other sports on a suicide mission. And if you're in a small town, say you're Alabama. I know Alabama's been good in football, but say if somebody in Alabama says, "Hey, fuck it, man, we just want to spend $18 million on football, and then we just want to spend $2 million on everything else, and whatever happens, happens." And I'm not saying that they'll do that.
But you could.
But you could definitely do it. But if you're Oklahoma State and you've not been good and you don't get attendance, why would you invest in it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. In Big Ten schools, right around the corner, they signed this selling 10% of the Big Ten media rights to a private equity group. We haven't really talked much about this, but and we can save it for another show. But that deal is going to be worth $2.4 billion to the Big Ten.
Wow.
And so what that translates to, average, there's going to be a sliding scale, but the average school in the Big Ten is going to get $135 million of infused cash into their athletic department.
Wow.
A lot of money.
So now all of a sudden, paying a coach $12 million a year, not
It's
as big of a
easy.
deal in the Big Ten as it used to be.
But this is what I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying. You're just entering a different realm, and so sometimes we look back in history, and you have these historic events. Like when you look up history, you'll just find like historic events that happen in every industry. Right now, we're just living through one with college sports. All these years we just went through. Like we wish athletes got paid, and so on and so forth. Now you're seeing athletes get paid, but then all of these other things are triggered from athletes getting paid. Be it coaches, media rights, how do you pay people? And you can see now, the NCAA is probably just a bunch of normal guys who probably love sports at one point, but they didn't have the capacity to deal with all this, right? So just imagine you had to do your job every day. And I'm not taking Mark Emmert off the hook because he could have, and I think that's his name, the president. I'm not taking him off the hook, but I can see if he sat down at his desk and was like, "Fuck, man. I have to deal with all this shit when I can just go to a game and watch it and, and keep it as is." But yeah, it's a lot of stuff to manage, a lot of variables to manage. But he was just in a position where I don't think that, he just wanted to have this undertaking of all this going on.
Yeah, the NCAA, college athletics right now, specifically football, is in this interesting state. It's like the Wild Wild West right now. And it's just everything's in flux. No one has any structure around it, and there's no hard and fast rules anywhere. And it's just money everywhere, which benefits the athlete. But if I'm the NCAA, you're basically obsolete now.
That's low key.
No power.
That's low key the world right now.
Yeah. What do you mean, Will?
Changing of the guards.
To us. Yeah, talk to us,
The
Will.
changing of the guards.
Let us get camera time. Come on, talk to us, Will.
Man,
teach us something. Educate us.
I'm just saying, like, you see it a lot. Like, it's the changing of the guards. Like, policy is changing. Like, in government, there's a lot going on with that. But if we're sticking just in sports, like, just to you guys' points, like, it's the gold rush for certain people. And I see, like, the gap is slowly widening for a lot of people. And even in basketball, the stars are changing. I got to, like, actually pay attention to the game right now to even, like, know the players, like, my favorite players. I'm still a youngin' to y'all.
Oh, my God.
Just because you dress that way doesn't make you any better. Will, how old are you?
What? I'm man, you gonna make me say it on air?
Yeah.
I say I'm 36.
You
come
closer
on,
to 40 you are to 30.
Come on, man.
Walking up here
man.
talking like he's like some 26-year-old.
Come on,
That's crazy.
First of all, I don't know where you and Alex get that y'all young. Nigga, you are closer to 40 than you are to 30.
No, y'all young too. I'm just younger.
Hey, Will.
All right,
You feel me?
Yeah,
You feel me?
That's
my
good.
boy.
Come
Thank
on,
you.
man.
Thanks, Will.
Yeah, come on, man.
So
Hey, young man.
at any given time, Will, you can add all your points, your energy, whatever you want to add into the show.
right,
Please do.
right.
And just for y'all don't know, Will doesn't. I don't.
What?
Do you watch sports?
No,
no,
really.
Just say yes.
Yeah, man, I watch sports, man. Get me on in the background for sure.
Hey, so for full disclosure, we just got we literally got a camera for Will just because we like his energy. Yeah. Nigga don't know nothing about sports. We just want
I know
you
a little bit about sports.
We just
fam.
want you to make the show better, and you'll pick up context clues and say all these vague statements. We get it, right?
Man.
Nigga don't know nothing.
Yo, no, before we go, can I say something real quick? Say
ahead.
something real quick. Yo, shout out to Outkast. They just made it to the Hall of Fame. Started in 1992. They got
There we
great
go, yeah.
albums. You feel me? They got great albums like Stank On Ya, AT Aliens, Aquemini,
What was their first album?
Playalistic, Cadillac.
Southern
Cadillac.
Southern playalistic Cadillac music.
Yes.
There you go.
See, that's why I say you still young. I'm just younger. Because I wasn't really bumping that. But
That's how the
you
world
were
got
like
introduced
4.
to him.
man, see, that was before my time.
That's when Andre 3000 was dressing normal.
See?
Yeah.
You don't even know that phase of him.
No, I don't.
Oh my God. He thinks Andre 3000 just showed up with all the theatrical stuff that he
Bell
wear.
bottoms and all that.
There was a phase before that.
That was
Nah,
Eric,
Dre
my
used
dude
to
that
just be a
came
normal
through there.
dude from Atlanta, man.
Yeah. You know what we talking about, Brian?
Yeah, no, Outkast was playing when I
He
walked
did.
in this
Okay.
morning.
All
Yep,
right,
he made
I
the
know.
point. As soon as he came in, he was like, yo, Outkast.
But you probably got introduced to Outkast with Bombs Over Baghdad.
Yeah.
That was the
Probably
more commercial.
10 years after everybody else.
Yeah,
It's
that
usually
was-
somebody like for a rap. It was like second or third album. It would make it to like the country.
I was thinking like the
And when I say the country, I mean like cornfield country.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like top 40.
No, he's from
no. Like before
The
we
co-
go
like
buy like CDs or cassettes, we don't. It's just like new artists weren't a thing. So you have to get 2 or 3 albums in, then we would hear about it.
Got you.
Yeah,
Got
same
you.
with the shoes. That's what I said. I
So
got
is it-
last year's model.
Is it pretty much whatever comes on the radio?
Yeah, which is usually delayed too, but it wouldn't be popular till even after it was on the radio.
No, I only say that just because like I ended up getting you. I don't know how we got here, but we here. I was like, how the fuck we get
This
here?
went left. As soon as I drove off the road quick.
So my one of my favorite songs is Journey, Don't Stop Believing, right?
You've got some good
And
ones.
so I used to the only radio station in the cell was this Detroit radio station. I used to play like all white music, right? So
Hey, Reese was listening to Eye of the Tiger.
listen to me. So Eye of the Tiger, Journey, they would have Coldplay, they have soft rock. So you go through 4 years and just listening to this shit, you be like, yo,
you listen to a lot
hey,
of
Reese
Phil,
got
lot of Phil
indoctrinated.
Collins.
Phil Collins.
A lot of Phil Collins.
So I don't know, whatever the radio station was, it'd be like Detroit this, right?
Soft jams.
So all your 80s rock, all that. So I got Aerosmith. So you just fucking listen to this shit all day. Jeremy, you know what I'm talking about. Ain't nothing you can listen to.
I'm with you. I was listening to Radio Disney when I was
Yo, Radio Disney is nuts.
Hey, man, I heard Cry Me the River 1,000 times. It was all kind of.
That's what I'm trying to say. So, like, through circumstances, that's how I got introduced to white music. And I was like, this shit right. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, every day, Monday through Friday, we are on at 3 p.m. on the Come and Talk to Me network. On Saturdays, we are on at 6 a.m. We do a weekend show. Jay's going to be a normal. We just got to find a normal day and normal times for you.
Yeah.
Love you to death. Love talking shit to you, but you still ain't came to see us, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be there Friday.
Hey.
My plane lands at 11:45 a.m. So you'll probably be with the team, or you'll probably be.
No, we're going to
in
be
the
here waiting
hotel.
for you.
We'll be here.
We'll see you. We'll see you Friday afternoon, Jay.
Hey, do you still got my
I'll pull
book? Hey, you still got my bullshit book on your shelf?
Man, look,
Okay,
bullshit
yeah.
ass book.
Yeah.
Get it off. One and done.
Yeah.
Only dude I've ever seen try to go 1 year in college. What the fuck was you thinking? You can't go to the league after 1 year, big dog. Not in football.
I was trying
You
to
ain't a
figure it out, man.
Jesus.
Oh,
Hey, at least he tried. Huh?
you
Right.
have fun in Texas. And we'll do a show. We're going to save Friday for you. So, look, we got a new switcher. So we have enough. You know what? We have another camera here.
Yeah, we can make sure we got one for you.
We got you, bro. All right.
I'll pull up.
got you.
I'll
There we
pull up.
go. I got you. All right.
Brother
All right,
Jay.
See you,
There we
Jay.
go.
Good to
See you,
see
Jay.
you guys.
Bye, buddy.
All right, peace.